Hello everybody and welcome to day 2 of my 5 client repelling tips. Hold on, my lights are going really weird. I'm looking funky. Never mind, I'll leave it. So, yesterday we looked at some of your social media, massive loss of opportunities for those of you who haven't got it set up right. Not even not using it, it's not even the using of it, it's the setting it up right so it behaves like little minions running around talking to your potential clients and getting you new clients. Today is one that not a lot of people talk about. Today is about you having the wrong strategy for two things. The wrong strategy for your current situation. This is why when you have bought business programs, business online courses, and you've run through them all and you can't work out why it hasn't worked. This is why. The course or program was either not suitable to your particular situation, your particular level. Loads of them are orientated towards people way further ahead. Or it wasn't working for you, right? And your business does actually have to work for you. So let's go run through this. Now, I just want to say, it doesn't mean that your business growth needs to be slow. It doesn't mean it has to follow a set conventional step, but there are certain steps you have got to go through. And some of the really, really big business guru-y, typey people encourage the missing of these steps, and that does not create strong businesses that will last, that get good recommendations, where you can be really proud of what you're actually doing. So let's have a little look. And it's just very, very specific maybe to the holistic people, to the coaches and to the healers. But I have seen as well with product development, people wanting to create a product without previous experience, the skills, the qualifications, so all sorts of things like that. Okay, so if you're a coach or a healer, you have got to start with one-to-ones. You can't miss the one-to-one stage out. Loads and loads of people suggest that you can miss that one-to-one stage out. You cannot. It's absolutely crucial. So you start offering one-to-ones, and then it's natural to realize that one-to-ones are irritating because you're not getting the results. So you naturally start to offer packages, because that way you know that you're encouraging your client to behave the way you want them to behave and actually get results. Depending on your therapy or what you do, that could be 3 sessions, 6 sessions, a year-long session. It could be any number of things like that. Okay, so naturally you move on to packages, but it's still very time-based, and then you'll move on to things like group work, transformational packages, high ticket, online courses, memberships, stuff like that. Okay, so why do you want to do your one-to-ones? You want to do your one-to-ones because loads of you are going to come to me and say, I have no idea who my niche is. And there are lots of exercises I can take you through in order to clarify your niche, 100%. But working one-to-one clarifies your niche as well, because it helps you to work out who you help best out of all the different types of people, because I know you all want to help everybody, who you like helping best, right? And who will pay you the best, you know, in a fair way, blah, 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 getting over all your money blocks about it. So that working one-to-one really, really clarifies that. Okay, it also, the next thing is that we are all unique. We all have the reason why you work with us. Okay, so we all have our own process as well, and you work that out by working one-to-one with a pile of clients. So working out what you repeat, how it works for you, and so on. So that's really important. You also work out how you like to work, what really, really works for you. Okay, like for instance, the fact that I love group programs and memberships, and I can do them standing on my head, right? Okay, so you'll have a system that you repeat over and over again. For me, a lot of my stuff came from telling the same thing to people, right? So you may even work one-to-one, but back it up with like a VIP membership or a group program, so that they can refer back to some of that stuff. You may be the kind of person who doesn't mind saying the same thing over and over again. You may be the kind of person who would actually prefer to have like a higher level one-to-ones, and it's backed up by some of that repeating stuff being covered. I taught computer programming for years. I said the same thing every day. years. So group programs, memberships, perfect. I love them. So all of those people suggesting that you can go straight from earning very little to charging 5K, no, you can't. Now I know a really big coach. She went from charging 2 sessions at 50 quid to charging, the next one was 5 grand. But when you know her story more in depth, you realize that she'd worked one-to-one for years as a yoga teacher. Right, and that's really important to understand. So you might have something like that going on. You might have something, like I said, an unconventional journey, but still it's really, really important. Also, because every different level has things that you learn, you don't want to be learning about client boundaries with a client at 5K. You want to be doing that with one at £50, yeah? Because oh my goodness, can you imagine suddenly having a payment issue with somebody at 5K? There's growth in business understanding, there's growth in your confidence. Your certainty is very key in how much actually they will receive, because certainty is massive in this whole thing. Your customer handling as well, because some of my best customers in the early days, before I even worked with mums, were the most irritating because I learned so much from them and from handling them, okay, and that sort of thing, right? So you basically earn the next stage in the journey. Like I say, it doesn't have to take ages. Don't worry about all of that sort of stuff. But you are earning your step up. It also means that you have full confidence in what you do. Okay. It also enables you to really strongly build a community, because whatever you're going to do, you're going to need to have some kind of community. You don't want to be scrabbling around constantly for new people. So, that's one of the reasons why you can't go straight into group programs. The reason that suddenly there's the demand for group programs is because you've been working one-to-one with people so much and you're fully booked and your prices have gone up. And so what you're offering in the group program is generally a cheaper way to work with you. And then the one-to-one prices go up even more. So also your one-to-one prices, let me tell you something. They tell you that what you pay for something determines what you're going to get from it. The level of investment determines what the universe gives you back. No, that's bullshit. What you get from a program is half of what you put into it. There is some placebo about how much you're paying. There is a little bit of that going on there, but it's half of what you put into it and half of what's in it. All right? If there's crap in there, you're not going to get lots out of it. And so therefore, let's say you're creating a program and you're wanting to create something that's worth 5K, and I'm not saying you can't. I'm absolutely sure that at some point you can. Maybe right this minute, maybe some of you watching this right now are ready to do that. But obviously there does actually have to be that much value. My rule of thumb for everything I offer is that it has to be worth at least 10 times what I'm charging, at least 10 times. Even if it's, even when I was doing just healing work and stuff like that, yeah, absolutely. You can see the cost of not having it done. Hey Ruth, lovely to see you here. Lovely to see you here. So, yes, so like I say, one of the reasons that things don't work is because you're using a slightly different strategy from where your business currently is at. All right, so it's one of the reasons why I've got different levels in my business club. For one thing, the people at one level didn't want to hear what the people at the other level were doing, and vice versa. It was it upset their confidence and these people were bored. But it helps you on the journey. Let's see, there was something I was going to say. Yeah, it is really different. It's all even different energetically. At the beginning, a lot of your growth is down to passion. When I first learnt Reiki, I was fully booked within like a couple of weeks of doing my level 2, because the amount of passion I had going on, so that was massive. But there is a lot more, I wouldn't call it a hard slog, but there's a lot more groundwork at the beginning to do as well. It takes a little bit more time. So, you know, because you've got quite a lot to set up. And then every time you change, so every time you transition within yourself and you change yourself and you have to tweak your business, you've got to change all of that stuff again. So that's why it's quite different from 0 to 2K, and then from 2 to 5K. Generally, people are going from that kind of one-to-one package scenario into group programs or high transformational programs or you know, memberships and stuff like that. Now, the 10K thing. Don't get me on the 10K thing. I've covered this before. I have a whole program on how to earn 2K, 5K and 10K within the membership, which covers the full different strategy of this. But 10K, don't aim for 10K. If you're in the UK, do not aim for 10K. 10K is like the worst possible amount of money you could possibly try to earn, okay? Which again shows that people don't understand who are telling you this. What you want to do is you want to get yourself up to, you want to gradually get up to each level, stabilize, get up to a level of about 5 to 6.5K a month, and then plan, and leap over the 10K stage to like 15. You don't want to be sitting at 10 for very long. You don't even really want to go, you want to leap from 6.5 to 7.5. You don't want to even do that shift for because you're going to be losing out. You're going to earn less money at 7.5 than you are at 6.5. Anyway, I go into that in a lot of detail in my thing, and you know, if anyone's followed me for a while, you'll know it's my bugbear, the 10K months. Anyway, right, now finally, shouldn't be finally, maybe I should have started with this first. Your business strategy it's all very well, you can learn loads of things from me. One of the reasons why I teach literally every business strategy around, rather than focusing on just one, is because my niche is making the strategy work for you. So it's about fine-tuning your intuition. I was talking to somebody today about this. Your business is a journey of personal development. I do not believe that happens without really tuning in and fine-tuning your intuition, your business gut, whatever you want to call it, right? And also, I personally don't see there's any point in you building a business which is going to take you lots and lots of time, will at times be really stressful and at times feel really lonely, and do all of that and then not be able to therefore still be with your kids and be present with them, to be able to be present with them and have fun with them and have energy with them and all the rest of it. It's all very well making some money, but initially you won't make loads, and it's just not, to me there's no point. Obviously I've had house challenges, I've had all sorts of challenges in my life, and what's most important to me is that my business, which I love, you know I love you, my business needs to fit into the gaps in my life, not the other way around. So my business fits into 3 hours a day, unless I'm in a big tweaking situation or a big launching situation, in which case it's 5 hours a day. And that leaves me enough time for self-care, for my health, so my health gets better every single week. It leaves me enough time to be present with my kids, who need quite a lot of that. And it leaves me enough time to enjoy life. Anyway, I really hope that helps. That is one of the reasons why you're repelling clients, because you're using the wrong strategy that doesn't quite fit with where you're at. You can't miss a stage. I get really impatient too. I understand why you might be really impatient. For instance, you might want to sell books. Like I write books. In order for my books to sell, I need to actually spend some considerable amount of time on growing my community. Huge, massive, right? Okay, so which I'm not doing at the moment. I'm concentrating on other things. So there are times when I'm very impatient about that, but it is what it is. Okay, so you can't just suddenly go from here to here. It's the same as life. You can't suddenly go from being a baby to being a grown adult without having done the middly bits. Technical term, middly bits. Anyway, let me know if you watched this on a replay. Let me know if this had some, like, you suddenly got some, oh, no wonder that didn't work ideas. Let me know if you disagree about the 10K months. Let me know anything at all. And tomorrow I will see you again for number 3, which is, yeah, similar but different. Really, again, really important step. Don't forget as well, so Monday's masterclass on organic marketing is a really important part of this, because especially at the earlier levels, you don't want to be paying for Facebook adverts, you don't want to be paying for any kind of advert anywhere at all, because you don't want to pay for an advert until you've got something that is selling like hotcakes. You don't know that until you've done lots of organic marketing. So organic marketing, for those of you who don't know, is basically marketing without costing anything. Okay, so that's what we're going to go through on Monday. It's also going to enable you to use my group better, and obviously, hopefully, I know loads of you actually make more money by following my tips, but the idea would be to be able to network better in here and actually get more clients from in here as well. All right, so I will be dropping the details on how to register for the masterclass. Make sure notifications are switched on. You will be able to catch it on the replay, but those who register and those who watch it within the first 24 hours will get a special reward. All right then, take care. Any questions, just pop them below. Bye.